We've been visiting every stop on the Manchester Metrolink. Today, it's episode 6. This is Exchange Square, and this is part 1 of doing the Rochdale line. You bought me a coffee.
Yeah, it's not for me. I'm not going to drink it, am I?
Play the music. Coffee, thank you. Exchange Square, in a nutshell, opened in December 2015 as part of the first half of the second city crossing. For ages, the Rochdale times terminated here and just went back. But then in February 2017, it went that way, all the way across the city centre. We have what is now a second way across the city centre. It's only the Rochdale line using it at the moment.
So it's a bit wasted.
Yeah. Speaking of the Rochdale line, tram. We're going to skip Victoria because we're doing that in the Berry line. So next stop, Monsell.
The next stop will be Monsell.
What? Did you just drink coffee?
Oh, it's awful. Oh, it's awful, awful.
It smells of Northern now.
It's awful. Right, now we've got that out of the way. Should we talk about Monsell?
There's not a lot to say about Monsell. There's not a lot here. Generic Monsell, generic Metrolink stuff. We're just going to wait for the tram to the next one.
The next stop will be Central Park.
Have you ever seen a tram stop like this? I mean, it's beautiful, I think, actually. It serves this kind of like tiny business park. It was meant to be a lot bigger.
So they built the station in 2005 expecting this to be like one of Manchester's premier out-of-town like business commercial developments. 2 years later, the global economy fell over, and it was about 2012 before the tram line came through, and even the development's still not finished.
Yeah, now it's just a fairly insignificant tram stop that is just beautiful. I do quite like it. We can't go a whole episode without you saying the phrase.
Single tram, reveal yourself.
The next stop will be Newton Heath and Boston.
We're now currently on a single line section of track. Well, I say single line, but you can clearly see there's two of them. We've got a navigation road situation here. The other track is National Rail, and it's used to access the waste transfery place that's down there, which means both directions of Metrolink are squeezed onto this track here. Newton Heath and Moston. Most of the line up to Rochdale is a conversion of the heavy rail Oldham Loop line. That was done throughout 2012 and into 2013. The station here was the former Dean Lane railway station. Used to have two platforms, one on the other side. Now it's not the case, it's just one side for Metrolink in both directions. I've got a cameraman now, Bryn is so useful. It's only been a decade since this was converted from heavy rail, and there's absolutely no sign of the other platform. They did a proper job of just removing all signs of life from this, which is kind of annoying because it's nice to look at what things were, but you can't do that here. Like the Berry and the Altrincham lines, for example, they were very clearly old railways, old stations, etc., and it was all still there. But this is just modern Metrolink.
The next stop will be Fellsworth.
Peak Failsworth!
I was going to do that.
Sorry, take two.
I'm not going to do it now. Not a lot to say about this one. Generic Metrolink station. Next! When I said there's not a lot to say about Failsworth, it's more that I don't want to stay at Failsworth very long.
And there's a reason for that.
I don't feel particularly safe here.
No.
Let's
go.
Yeah.
The next stop will be Hollingwood.
This was formerly Hollingwood Railway Station. It was not the original Hollingwood Railway Station though. That opened in 1880 and it survived all the way until the M60 opened in the 1990s, when it was built here, and it had a very 90s vibe to it, not being of the same age as the rest of the stations on the line. You know what, I don't know for sure. That might be the old platform from railway days. If you know, let me know in the comments. You might think this is just a fence. This fence is actually part of the old Hollingwood railway station, which itself isn't the original. But when the M60 behind us came along, the station had to be rebuilt because the station was a little bit inconveniently located. Before conversion to Metrolink, the whole station was covered in fences like this, like right up on a platform, etc. We've got a fence.
The light is bigger than the sign, and you have never needed to illuminate those signs in the first place. What a complete waste of money.
Ultimate Geeking with Bryn returns. That's probably a good time to remind people of that you now have a YouTube channel. I finally got you to do it like last year. Go subscribe to Bryn. Link somewhere, description, corner, link. I don't know what gives it away, the fact this is a former railway. I mean, what could possibly give it away? Got my coffee, happy. Interestingly, this Costa here at Hollingwood is on the line of the old Hollingwood Branch Canal. The one that's got the abandoned section with all the abandoned locks in Daisy Nook Country Park. It's time for a bit of montage mode.
The next stop will be South Chatterton. The next stop will be Freehold. The next stop will be Westwood.
Seems like an appropriate moment here at Westwood to say a massive thank you to my lovely Patreons who are scrolling on the screen down below. You guys make videos like this possible. If you want to get your name on this list, I'd love it if you consider it. Links are in the description. Thank you guys. Bryn gets on the right side of the camera. He knows his place, of course. Love you.
Love you too.
Makes you sick. Anyway, this is Westwood. We're now on the town centre like diversion where it left the original railway line. I'm now going to cut to future Jen and Bryn, who came back a little bit later to visit where it diverged. Thank you, past Jen. We're here in the future. This is the site of the old Oldham Werner station. So this is where the Metrolink bends off the old alignment. There is an old tunnel behind the industrial units there, but I can't quite get a good shot of it from here, which is really annoying. I've literally come into a hedge to get this. This was one of the old tunnels that was on the Oldham Loop line. It was originally in use by Metrolink for a couple of years while they built the route through the town centre, but now completely disused. Okay, back to past Jen. Time to get one last tram.
The next stop will be Oldham King Street.
Oldham King Street, our last station of the day. For now, I'm going to cover Bryn's face and a link to the next video that I think you should watch. But for now, bye.
Bye.